Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Wave. I'm Trey.
And I'm Danny. We're so excited to get this week's episode started.
But before that, let's introduce you to this week's band, Ace Monroe.
My name's Robbie.
And what do you do in the band?
Oh, and I sing.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'm Josh, and I play lead guitar.
I'm Erik, I play bass.
I'm Jonathan, I play the drums.
And I'm Jack, I play the rhythm guitar.
We play rock and roll. Yeah,
American rock.
we like to say it's rock and roll with an emphasis on the roll. Like nothing too heavy, something that has a really good groove. It's kind of like that funky, bluesy inspired rock. Jack, Jonathan, and I all went to Belmont. We all went to the same college, and I found Jonathan on Instagram one day.
Yeah.
Because I was looking to put a band together.
You slid in my DMs.
Yeah, I slid in his DM. A friend of mine one day was auditioning at the Bluebird Cafe here in town for a songwriter thing. The same day Robbie was.
Yeah. And then they came up to me and they said the two things that you always hear, but they're never true, which is, hey, my friend has a band and it's awesome.
And then they found me. I was
On the side of the road.
I was on the side of the road. They just picked me up.
Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah. No, there was a Facebook. It's called Yep. Josh put an ad out in Yep looking for a bass player, and it was all these dudes with long hairs and bell bottoms. And I said, hey, maybe I could fit in here. I play bass.
Yeah, I think we have a very humble goal of becoming the greatest rock and roll band.
All jokes aside, I think that we want to go see how as far as this goes. Just keep going.
I think we'd all be happy if we could
Be mansions.
Be out on the road together for an extended period of time, just traveling around playing music and being able to support ourselves.
They're definitely going to tear the house down later.
For sure, but before that, let's get you up to date on this week's music news. Iconic rock band Hootie and the Blowfish returns with a tour for the first time in nearly 5 years. The band formed back in 1986 and enjoyed success up until 2008 when they announced a hiatus. During the group's hiatus, frontman Darius Rucker certified himself as a country legend, scoring 10 number ones over the years on the Billboard country charts. The group joined forces again in 2019 to tour across the world and release a new album. After the last tour's success, the band plans to hit the road again in 2024 with their The Summer Camp with Trucks tour, which will cover 43 cities starting on May 30th and concluding on September 28th. Will you be in attendance?
If you are a Tate McRae fan, then you have been getting fed lately. She announced her sophomore album, she's the musical guest on SNL this weekend, and she announced the Think Later World Tour. The most exciting part is that the tour will be making a stop in Music City on August 6th. Tate's single Greedy has been rising on the charts, plus she has been teasing other songs that keep going viral on TikTok. I think it's safe to say that a new main pop girly is rising. Tate's album Think Later will be released on December 8th.
The 2024 South American Lollapalooza lineup was announced with headliners like Blink-182, Sam Smith, SZA, and more, set to headline the festival in Chile, Argentina, and Brazil. The lineup also featured acts like Omar Apollo, Hozier, and 30 Seconds to Mars. Chilean and Argentinian festival goers can look forward to the festival hitting their cities from March 15th through the 17th, while Brazilian music lovers can party it up March 24th through the 26th. For more information, visit global.lollapalooza.com.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, especially for Mariah Carey fans. The Queen of Christmas has finally defrosted, and she's about to hit the road with her Merry Christmas One and All tour. But Mariah says that new music is on the horizon. She told Good Morning America that she's been working in the studio lately and writing new songs. It has been 5 years since Mariah's last album, so let's hope we can expect a new record in 2024.
That's it for this week's music news.
We'll be right back with Ace Monroe after the break.
And we're back here with Ace Monroe. Thank you guys for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Of course.
Yeah. So let's dive right in. Where does the name Ace Monroe come from?
Jonathan.
The name Ace Monroe comes from me in my microeconomics class. Funny enough, this is going to be a great story. But it was the beginning of class, and Like a good student, I was trying to come up with a really cool band name instead of paying attention, and our teacher was going through roll call,
Of course.
and he said the name Ace Monroe, and then it hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, this is it. This is the name of the band. So I went to everyone else, and I consulted them first, and everyone was like, "Yeah, this is great." So the next class, I went up to Ace because he didn't know who I was, and I asked him like, "Hey, Ace, I'm Jonathan. You don't know who I am, but I'm in a band. We need a really cool name. You have a cool name. Can I use your name?" He was like, "Yeah, dude. As long as you don't suck, you can." So,
He's a big fan now.
yeah, he's a big fan. He didn't say that actually, but he was like, "Yeah, that's totally fine." And he's been a fan ever since, and give him free merch and free concert tickets. So he's a good dude. So shout out to Ace and the Monroe family.
Free everything. I'd be like so
life.
honored.
Yeah.
Like someone just walked up to me and said, "Can I have your name?" Yeah.
He's
I
like,
gotta
"Yeah,
put
all right."
him on a shirt or something.
That is until you have to sign on the legal documents.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, speaking of Ace Monroe, you guys are dropping a self-titled album in a few days. So tell me the process of what it's like for you guys to like put an album together.
Yeah, I mean, this was a fun one because it's the first one that everybody got involved in, and like in the writing process. So we'd lock ourselves in a room and just, go at it for hours, arguing with each other, writing songs. But I think that's how the best songs come, is everybody, getting their opinions on it.
It definitely takes longer, but at the end of the day, it's really cool because the sound is then completely collaborative. Like it's not one. So that's dumb. Sorry, cut that out. It's still really cool.
Yeah, some of the songs, I feel like some of the songs just kind of popped out, like Bad News, the one we just played. And then some of them took like months, and we would just argue, but it came out well, so.
Yeah, there were definitely a couple songs that we went through, like 5 or 6 different chorus ideas over the span of, 6 months to get right. And I think that also, like, I feel like has played a huge role into this album, is how nitpicky we were able to get with it.
How nitpicky you were.
Yeah, how nitpicky I was able to get with it. So, yeah, I mean, I think all of us, like, it's kind of figuring out our sound a little bit of what we can all do together. So it's cool.
Yeah, I think that's why we decided to make it self-titled. I feel like we really found what Ace Monroe sounds like on this one.
It's like a coming into yourself album.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I just want to say our producer acted like a therapist for a lot of this.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
And you guys have a performance at the Exit Inn on November 17th for your album release. What is it about performing live that draws you guys in?
That's why we started.
Yeah, we're definitely a live band at heart. It's what we all love to do, so.
Yeah, there's just an energy that comes alive, bounces to the crowd, and the crowd bounces back to you, and it's just kind of like, I don't know, it's surreal. Like, you can't really put it in words, but it's just such an adrenaline rush and so much fun.
For sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like a high. Like,
Yeah.
I can't say that, can I?
I think when you're, I think when you're making the record, the entire time you're envisioning how people will react to it. The music that you've created and put all this time and arguing into. And then when you actually get on stage and get to release so much energy for people and have people be receptive and sing lyrics back or dance to your music is, it's like almost like a gratification of like, oh yeah, I did this and it's worth it,
Yeah.
As well as it's awesome to be able to, play live with these guys and feed off each other. So.
Yeah. Well, you guys mentioned, just feeding off the energy, and you guys got to tour all summer. So what's that like as a band, putting together and like planning out a tour, but then also seeing it through and just going city to city?
I mean, it's amazing. I mean, we got to see so many places we've never been to before. I mean, this was our first time really hitting the road and getting out there, and there's a learning curve to it for sure. But, I mean, it was just so much fun. I mean, it's like hanging out with your best friends all the time, just in a car, just, so many great memories, so many great stories.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great.
It's not glamorous at all. For sure, it's not. We tour in a Honda Pilot with a U-Haul trailer. There's us, plus our manager, in there for, days, weeks at a time. And we all get to know each other pretty well. But at the end of the day, it's true. It's really fun. It's an adventure. You don't know what to expect. Like one day your hotel might just cancel your room and you have to go drive around town and figure out that every other hotel in a half-hour radius also is booked.
Drive to a different state to look for a hotel.
Yeah. And then you just sleep outside.
On the U-Haul trailer.
Or on the U-Haul trailer, which I did. So there's stuff like that, which is funny. But it's definitely, there's a learning curve. It's a very unique experience. It's an interesting experience. But I feel like it's just something that helps you grow a lot. Because for me, it was something that's out of my comfort zone.
Would you guys like to go ahead and just tell everyone where they can find you out on social media, where they can find your music?
Yeah, so TikTok and Instagram are Ace Monroe Band. Facebook, YouTube, it's just Ace Monroe. And then the music, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, wherever you get your music, Ace Monroe.
Got you. Well, thank you guys for being here, and we'll be right back with their performance. Thanks for watching this week's episode of The Wave. We'll see you next week.
As always, be sure to check out our Instagram every Wednesday for new episodes. To close out this episode, Ace Monroe.
Last call, pay rent, no key, no pounds dead, ain't life so well spent. So what?